today, Sunday, and I want you to do me a quick favor. If you have access to your federal email, do me a quick favor. After you eat breakfast, you need to log into your email right away. This is an alert, period. The reason this is important is that OPM sent an email to all federal agency employees that were targeted for job eliminations. And the email is causing such a stir and confusion among people. I have not seen this email, nor do I think I received it. But what I can tell you is the email is very instructive in nature, period. And what I expect you to do as somebody that knows how to follow instructions is to take the time, read the email, and figure out how you can save your job. And I'm not playing around right now, because this is it can make the difference between you keeping your job and you not having a job. And if you're watching this channel, once you come into this channel, give me a thumbs up. That way it can get more people to hear this information. This is very critical that you hear this information. And the reason that it's even more critical is that your leaders may not get the guidance that they would get that would then avert you from losing your job. I'll say that again. Your leaders may not get the guidance that they're expecting to get that would avert you losing your job. And before I continue any further, I've put together a resource guide that would help people in this situation to quickly reposture for a new career, or to quickly learn what they need to be doing right now to get ready for these layoffs. Because they're all going to happen this coming week, starting tomorrow. And the details of that email that I've heard from people familiar with this email is that people have until basically midnight tomorrow, which is the 24th of February 2025, to respond to those 5 things that they've done and to CC their supervisor when they respond to this email. Now, certain agencies are already saying, we are waiting for further guidance, but trust me, that guidance is not going to come. Again, please do me a quick favor. As you're listening to this stuff, if you just joined, give me a quick thumbs up, because that's going to allow more people to come hear this good information. And it's an alert. It's an actionable information. That's why I woke up super early, to make sure I reach as much people as possible to share this information. Do me a quick favor, share this live right now. After you hit a thumbs up, I need you to do me a quick favor for your fellow folks to share this live. Because once you share this live, more people are going to come hear this information that I'm putting out right now. And I'm putting it out for people that know a federal worker, or people that are part of a federal agency, but they're not getting this information. Because remember, I knew they were going to do something like this, send something out on a weekend where folks are not even paying attention, right? People are trying to enjoy themselves on the weekend. They're not paying attention to nothing. They're probably watching sports, they're barbecuing. They're doing the things that they should be doing, right? So it's not their fault that if they come to work tomorrow, they may not even know that this happened. But so please, save your jobs. And from my analysis, what I think this email contains, or the actions of this email, was probably from things that happened last week, where I guess some Department of Energy workers were laid off without people knowing the importance of their jobs, and they tried to get those people to come back, and it was very difficult getting a hold of them. So I think this email portends to facts or actions. They want to know exactly what people are doing before they lay them off, which then gives people an opportunity to fight for their jobs, to save their jobs, right? Save their jobs. So this is another second opportunity to save your job. Please, if you're a federal worker or you know a federal worker that likes to procrastinate, they need to be aware that this is their last chance to save their job. And they shouldn't come back and blame anybody if their job disappears tomorrow. You definitely can't say, well, they didn't give me enough time. I didn't know what was going on, because you knew what was going on. And I'm telling it to you guys right now. Today is the 23rd February 2025. It's approximately 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That gives you over 24 hours to craft 5 things that you did. And my suggestion is those 5 things have to be tied to the strategic guidance of your organization. You got to keep it high level, okay? Keep it high level, and then tactically make sure it also jives with the jobs that you've been doing. So you got to keep it high level, and then the bullet points should then be nested to what it is that you actually do. Excuse me, I'm taking a curve right here at this freeway. Okay, right. So please do that for yourself. Again, like I said, I put together a resource guide strategically for people that are gonna get. Hi, bro. What's up to you? Hey, hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. English or Spanish? It's English, okay? But I don't know if you received that in Spanish, but I would recommend you check that too. But my suggestion is keep it in English, please. Yeah? Because again, there are certain things you probably don't want to put in that email. Okay? For example, please don't tell those folks that you are working on some DEI project. Don't say that, because it appears that have some algorithm within this response that's going to probably filter and do some AI kind of robots that's going to make a list. They're probably going to say, well, if this list doesn't pertain to this effort, they're going to write code. They're going to say, yeah, get rid of that. However, if this list pertains to this effort, keep it. So they probably already ran out the algorithm on the computer systems to tell them what to do with the responses, and to what extent those responses are either going to be exempted or they're not going to be exempted. So this is highly important information, folks. If there's any time that you need to follow instructions, is now. Because a lot of people are very hard-headed. I don't blame them, really, but sometimes you got to take the hard-headedness out of the equation and follow instructions. And the reason I'm saying that, particularly right now, is because you guys and girls kind of saw how the delayed resignation program went down, right? A lot of people were still tinkering. Meanwhile, people are telling them our robotic part of that project, you know what? It might not be such a bad idea if you are working on something dealing with innovation to put that in there. Because again, I think robotics and innovations are something that I think are going to be looked upon nicely. Or if you can nest your job to something to that effort, project, yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Okay, so if you're working on something dealing with innovation, you're probably going to keep your job. The reason I say that is, figure this out. You having people like Elon Musk, who's a technologist, right? And the other folks coming in and say, hey, we want to improve government, right? How are we going to improve government? We're going to use innovation. We're going to use new technologies. So if you're going to work in that effort, or you're motivated to do that kind of work, I suspect that they're going to keep your position. But you got to spend the next 24 hours, because believe me, by this time tomorrow, you should be at work, or the people that you know, they should be at work. So that gives them a lead time to be able to do the research, okay? Because I know some people was like, well, they really didn't exempt me because they didn't put it on my PD. Don't worry about what's on your PD. Your PD has no bearing on this situation right now. This is actionable information with detailed instructions. Also, you got to realize that what they're probably trying to do is to say, can we trust this person to follow directions? Can we trust you to follow directions? Because let's face it, right? Don't talk about LeBron on this stuff, folks. Listen to what we're talking about. Be very specific. I don't care about basketball, and that's why I think people are gonna get fired. You know why? Because they're busy worrying about sports when they should be worried about their career, their jobs. They're busy watching movies when they should be worried about what is important. Okay? In fact, some people go to work and they go shopping. They use government computers to go shopping. You see that they wonder the government is being like basically downsized right now because there's a lot of, I don't want to call it fraud, waste, and abuse, but if you're at work, you should be working. If you're at work, you should be working because people are paying you to work. Never mind those folks that were sitting their butt at home and they couldn't even answer their government phone. Again, this is not a blame time, but I'm actually sharing some things that I think led to these massive job cuts. Some people abused their positions. Some people did not do what they were supposed to do. Some people were very hard-headed. All right. And now we're in a situation where people got to take action. But they're still going to sit around and think, nothing, it doesn't concern me. I'm going to wait until this. It should concern you. Because, let's keep it real. Your next and last paycheck is this coming week. Yeah. So if you already put in work previous week and you've certified your timesheet, that's your last paycheck. So imagine going to work tomorrow, and this is the scenario I'm going to be painting to some people that don't understand how this cuts. If you understand and you've been riffed before, or you've been part of a job cuts, even in the tech industry, people are now facing job cuts. Okay? Again, this is not a shameless plug. I put together a resource guide for people that are in this exact position to help them figure out what the next steps are, career-wise. Okay? You may be a YouTuber like me. I'll teach you how to be a YouTuber. You may be able to package the experience that you've had all these years and put it into a book. As a matter of fact, I also put an ebook out. The links to these products will be in the description of this video below. So I'm going to get off right now. I'll give you guys time to go share this video, share what I've been preaching, and give yourselves or the people 24 hours to make a decision. You're not watching sports today. I'm sorry. There will be no sports today. The only thing you probably got to do is take you a good shower, eat a good breakfast, and hit the books to write those 5 things that you did. And make sure those 5 things that you did are linked to your agency's broader strategic imperatives. Somebody mentioned robotics. If you have anything dealing with technology, expound on that. Save your jobs, folks. Save your jobs. Good luck, everybody. Again, I'll be leaving those resources below somewhere in the description of this video. Take care, guys.